everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to cover tutorial sheet 4, specifically question 2. So out of question 2 we're just selecting 2. The thing is, question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 are fundamentally the same thing. All we need to do is integrate. So I'm just picking the ones that I feel are extremely important to understand and know. So we're going to start with D. Okay, so D wants us to integrate x cubed cos x to the 4th. So for this one, we're going to use u substitution. So u substitution, we're going to pick a value which is basically a value which is inside another function. So between 1, 2 and 3, right, the one that's inside something else is x, because cos is a function on its own, and what's inside cos? X to the 4th, right? So this is going to be our u. So our u is going to be u, which will be x to the 4th, and then we're going to find du, right? The thing about du, it has to match what's left outside the function. Okay, so du, so the derivative of this will be 4x to the 3rd. We drop that down and then we subtract 1, right? The thing that this 4x cubed does not match what's outside here, so we need to make it match. So we're going to remove this 4 by dividing on both sides. So it's going to be du divided by 4 is equal to x cubed, and that is that. So when writing, so this, a simplified version of du over 4 is 1 over 4 du, right? So now we're going to take it back into its integral questioning state. So we're going to have cos, this is cos, correct? Cos u, right? 1 over 4 du. So there's a multiplication symbol here and there's a multiplication symbol here. So the thing is, we're going to pull out this 1 over 4 because that's the beauty of integration. You can pull out the coefficients so that you make life easier for yourself. So when we pull that out, 1 over 4 is going to be outside here, leaving you with cos u du. So when integrating, this integration symbol and the du move together. So when you finally give your answer, the du and the integration symbol both go away. So what is the integration? When you integrate cos, it gives you sine. I feel like this is extremely important to remember. When you integrate, cos gives you sine, but when you derive, cos gives you negative sine. So the integration of cos is sine u, and then we still have the 1 over 4 plus c, because this is an indefinite integral. But we're not yet done. This is basically the answer, but we're not complete yet. We need to replace the u with its actual value, which is x to the 4th plus c. You can also rewrite this as sine x to the 4th over 4 plus c. So this and this are both then instinctively the same thing. Sorry, they're actually the same thing, but if it was up to me, I would write it in this version. I don't know, I feel like this is more presentable. So question 2f, we need to integrate x over the square root of 1 minus 4x squared. So we're going to use u substitution again. So we're going to pick the thing that's within another function, and the only thing here that's within another function is this entire 1 minus 4x squared. So 1 minus 4x squared, right? So what's the derivative of this? So du, so this will go away when you derive just a normal value, a normal number when you derive it, it just goes away, disappears. And then this, you drop that down, so it's going to be that times that, which is negative 8x minus, because the 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's just x on its own. But the thing is, this doesn't exactly match what's left over. What's left over is just an x. So we need to make sure that they match so we can replace effectively. So to make them match, we need to get rid of this 8 over here. So we divide both sides by 8, giving you a du over negative 8 is equal to x. Now that we have our u and our du, we're going to take it back into the integration equation. So u is there, so it's 1 over square root, right, square root of u, and then du over negative 8. So here's the thing, we can simplify this a little bit more, right? We can say that is actually 1 over square root of u times 1 over negative 8 times du, right? We break it down this way so that we split out the coefficient. So the coefficient is this bit here, and we're gonna take it outside there. So when we do that, we're going to have 1 over 8, oh sorry, got the negative, integration of 1 over the square root of u du. Now we can work perfectly with this. So here we're going to make this a little bit easier again. So negative 1 over 8. How are we going to make this easier for ourselves? A little bit more easier, like more easier. Yeah. What we're going to do is, so this, right? This is the same as u half. A square root is the same as something to the power of half, du. And then when it's 1, so we need this a little bit better, a little bit more. So we're going to take this upwards into the numerator position. When we do that, the power becomes a negative automatically. So we're going to have negative 1 over 8. We're going to integrate u, because if you take this, if you multiply out, this goes on top there. It's going to be u times 1. It's going to be just u. But things, the coefficient will become a negative. So it's negative 1 over 2, right? Du. Now we can integrate to our heart's desires. Okay, so negative 1 over 8. Integrate it there. Oh, sorry. Let me leave this out. So in 1, negative 1 over 8. So to integrate this, what we're going to do is first, we're going to add a 1. So the thing is that negative half plus 1 is positive half. So u 1 over 2, right? This is the integrated version, right? Plus c, because we have an indefinite integral. So let's try and fix this a little bit, just a little bit. So if we take it in this, so we can also write it as negative, we multiply these two out, it's going to be u half over 8 plus c. So it can be this way, but I would advise you to write it this way, as the entire fraction is negative, so it's going to be square root of u over 8 plus c. I would honestly advise you to write it this way instead of this way. For no particular reason, I feel like it's just more suitable. But if you choose the other way, then alright then. So we're not exactly done because we still need to replace u with its actual value. So square root of 1 minus 4x squared over 8, don't forget the negative symbol here, plus c. And this is our integrated version of our function.